Welcome back everyone to another technical analysis, and today we are taking a look at Algorand coin. Recently we had a proper market structure break here forming on the 30-minute time frame, but before we go to the smaller time frames, as we are forming the market structure break, we want to point out a few target zones, which are this region here, so $0.20, then the next one is $0.18, and then this bigger fair value gap zone, which is sitting at basically 15 to 17 cents, not 15, 16 to 17 cents. And on the bigger time frame, we still see a chance of falling, and we didn't have any kind of like a proper support zone forming. We just had a quick liquidity moving here, another touch, which wasn't actually proper one. We had just another liquidity movement, break of the EMAs, and now we are retesting most likely this zone. So before going to the 30-minute time frame, let's point out this region here as well, and going to the 30-minute time frame now. As we had the market structure break with a high volatility movement, what we are aiming right now is two things: either seeing a movement to the EMAs, some kind of choppy movement, and then going towards the 4-hour time frames EMAs, or a straight fall to the lower zones to here. Now, the risk and reward ratio wise would be stop loss sitting slightly above this line, which would be like 23 cents. So if we would go from the market price, the risk and reward ratio would be 1 to 1.5, which is not the best one. But if we would dollar cost average the position or wait fully for this zone and again for a proper movement to lower zones, we would see, like, let's call it a 10% market price movement and 2%. So risk and reward ratio would be like 1 to 5, which is much more better. But if we would dollar cost average, it would be basically 1 to 3 risk and reward ratio. So first step we had, which was the break of this neckline zone. Now we have to see, as we have mentioned in the previous analysis as well, we see some sort of this movement. Then we see the breakdown, retest, fill of fair value gap zones, and back movement to lower zones. Now the fair value gap zones are basically, give me the highlighter, so this region here, this one, and this one here as well. Two zones that we want to keep attentions at as of now. Once we reach this this zone, we are going to go for a short position immediately from here. But if we see weakness to continue as we are seeing right now, then we wait for this zone actually to be fully broken again. And fully broken, we mean not just this candlestick movement and then back into the upper zones, but rather, let's take the ghost pattern to show you what kind of movement we need to see. So something like this. We see movement, then second candle, third candle, and then this zone would be secured by the sellers. So there's nothing much more to talk about on the Algorand coin. We want to see this kind of movement, and of course in the 4-hour time frame the targets would be much bigger, and the risk and reward ratio would be of course bigger, and we won't wait for this 30-minute time frames EMAs. We just would go from here. The stop loss would be slightly above this midline of polygonal bands, and target would be at least towards this zone, which would mean the risk and reward ratio is like 1 to 3.5. So that's it on the Algorand coin. Once again, thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.